So this is how I finally look after wearing all of that. This is like the disposable gown, mask and cap, and I have my protective goggles on, so I don't use protective goggles anyways.
Hi friends, this is Dr. Spinach back with a unique episode of First Day in the Living Room. So I was posted in the OPD, that means the outpatients department, before my duties in the labor room. As a lady medical officer, you're required to deal with gynec and obstetrics patients. Gynec meaning dealing with the diseases specific to the females, particularly the reproductive system. And obstetrics deals with the care of women during pregnancy and childbirth. My duties in the outpatient department didn't last much though. After almost 10 days with a shift of my duties through the labor room, I went back to my hometown just to rest before getting started with my busy evening shifts in the hospital.
Oh God, today is going to be my first day in the labor room. I'm so nervous.
The cases in my area are on rise. 2 cases of coronavirus were discovered in a 200-meter radius from my home. Well, I usually prefer the coaches after D5 in this train. They are generally not crowded. So my seat is D6, 66. On a temporary basis, I'm living with 2 nurses in Hoshangabad who work in the same hospital as me. The hospital is quite near from the apartment. Walking my way towards the labor room.
After reaching the hospital, I just couldn't hide my nervousness. It's like the first day for you. You are in charge of the labor room for the next 6 hours. Anything right or wrong that happens is your responsibility. It's quite overwhelming when you are responsible for another human's life. My mind was constantly humming as what is going to happen, how will everything be. I would like to add a note here that you do not have to deal with the complicated patients. You have on-call doctors for that. They are the specialists in the field of obs-gynae. Let's wander around a little bit, shall we? Remember, it's a public setting in India, so you really can't expect much.
Are the lockers that are provided for us. Well, so you can see here, and this is the dressing table here. That's a washroom. Thank God there is an air conditioner. And that TV, I don't think it works. There is no desk connected. And a small bed for us. So sisters handed me this. So this is single, ready to use disposable draper. The mask and the cap they gave me. This is a pandemic time. You don't want to get all caught up in this pandemic. Let's check this out. So this is how I finally look. This is a disposable gown, mask and cap, and I have my protective goggles on, so I don't need protective goggles anyways. Let's go. Let's check everything out. These are the emergency drugs. This is a medicine tray. Scott clamp suction catheter. ENBC corner. That's for the child. It's the hand washing area, the female toilet. Again, these are the instruments used for delivering and cutting the clamping the cords. And these are the delivery, what do you call them? Tables. These are the gloves. Nice, huh? And that's under construction, but I'm not sure what is that. I guess this is where sisters sleep. Great. So this is where I'm posted right now. That's it. Happiest part that there are no patients, and this is, I guess, my desk. This is where nurses sit down. That's my bag, you know that. And this is where you deal with the patients. Please sit back to get a better understanding of this thing. Let's assume this is a patient X, the wife of Y, coming from Hoshangabad district. Inpatient hospital registration here. This is an OPD ticket. So she was a postpartum pregnant lady who came to me on 21/7, whose expected date of delivery was 5/7/2020. So I admitted her to maternity. Let's see what happened next. 10th June. And I also ordered the TSH, T3, T4, hematology report. Yes, so this is a file that is actually maintained when a patient is admitted in the hospital. Then these are the admission notes here. So symptoms and signs at the time of admission. Lumpy is here and EDD is also written, and she is a primigravida. And then we have complications in previous pregnancy. So she is a primigravida, so we don't have any complications here. Like, this helps us in determining whether this pregnancy is going to be the same or not. Right. Then present medical history, if there is any of these. Family history. So I usually ask these questions in OPD itself. We have general examination at the time of admission. So we weigh the patient, temperature, BP, pulse, respiration, systemic examination. So whether you can hear both S1 and S2 heart sounds, lungs, and the breast. Then we have abdominal examination. Then when we do pervaginal examination, so we have to write about how much cervical was open, cervical effacement, membranes, are they intact or broken, presenting part of the baby, and the pelvis. Right.
When you're posted in the labor room, you have to deal with a variety of patients. The most common ones are the referred patients. So the patients that cannot be managed at primary and community health centers, that is PHCs and CHCs, are all referred to the district. So apart from patients with no medical condition requiring a normal delivery, you also come across patients with preeclampsia and, in rare cases, eclampsia. These are pregnancy-related high blood pressure disorders. Treatment of which depends upon the week of gestation, that means how long has the lady been pregnant, and the severity of symptoms. Then you have GDMs, that means gestational diabetes mellitus. These are the pregnant ladies who contracted diabetes during their pregnancy. So there is no specific medication for them, but light exercise and modification in diet. However, medications are given to control the high blood sugar levels if and when necessary.
So, enough about medicine.
Now I'm going to tell you what happened with me that day. Like, there were two weird things that happened. The first one,
I'm going to casualty room right now so that I can get a tetanus vaccine.
But why?
I pricked myself an index finger while putting the files together.
just for the sake of prophylaxis, I took this tetanus toxoid vaccine. So it's given intramuscularly, and the best place you can take the tetanus toxoid is your butt. So that's why.
My butt hurts.
That was so funny.
When I tried to my backpack at 8:30 p.m. tonight, I just realized that I'm missing a sock from my tail.
Okay, that wasn't funny.
I'm leaving now. if you ask me how was my day,
was not really overwhelming at all. I find myself lucky the first day because there were like 9 admissions that day within that 6 hours span, but none of them delivered and there was no C-section to be carried out. When you have a C-section to be carried out, then you have to give a call to the on-call doctor so that she can come, and you have to prepare the operation and also inform the OT assistant to prepare the OT. The thing is, I was fortunate enough to not get overwhelmed by work on my first day. However, the rest of the days were not as merciful as the first one. But I got adjusted with time, and the staff has proved to be really supportive to me. Both the senior doctors and the nurses have to keep in mind one thing. When you don't know anything, don't hesitate, okay? You should ask whatever you are doubtful of or unaware of to the nurses or the on-call doctors, the senior doctors. I don't think there is any shame in that, because you have to become a fool once in order to be great the next time. I made it out. Sounds right. So that was all for my first day in the labor room video. And if you want me to make more videos like these, any kind of videos, just let me know in the comment section below. Back to my video.
so I completed my duty. Now I'm heading back with Sister Sarita. Sister Sarita, say hi. Okay then, bye-bye. That's all for today. I hope you enjoyed watching my video, and please click on like, subscribe and share, and click on the notification bell down below so that you can get the updates as soon as I post the latest videos.
Until then, keep safe and keep healthy. Bye for now.